There lived a young man named Kavi. He was known throughout the village for his cheerful disposition and willingness to help others. However, despite his outward happiness, Kavi harbored a deep-seated struggle that consumed his thoughts day and night, an addiction to negative thinking. Kavi's addiction to negative thoughts had its roots in a traumatic event from his childhood. When he was just a boy, his parents had passed away in a tragic accident. This loss left him with a profound sense of emptiness and sorrow. As the years went by, Kavi found it increasingly difficult to break free from the cycle of negative thoughts that plagued his mind. One sunny morning, as Kavi was walking through the forest, he came across a wise old monk named Fra Ananda, who was known far and wide for his wisdom and compassion. The monk was sitting beneath a towering Bodhi tree, meditating with an air of tranquility that seemed to radiate from him. Kavi approached the monk and greeted him with a respectful bow. "Venerable monk," Kavi said, "I am Kavi and I have a problem. I am addicted to negative thoughts and I don't know how to break free from them. Can you please help me?" Fra Ananda smiled kindly and motioned for Kavi to sit beside him. "I can help you, young Kavi," he said, "but you must be willing to undertake a journey of self-discovery and transformation." Kavi nodded eagerly, his heart filled with hope that he could finally find a way to overcome his addiction to negative thoughts. And so, under the guidance of Fra Ananda, Kavi's journey began. 1. The seeds of awareness. Fra Ananda explained to Kavi that the first step in breaking free from negative thoughts was to become aware of them. Just as a gardener must identify and pull out the weeds to allow the flowers to flourish, Kavi needed to recognize the negative thoughts that were choking his inner peace. For the next several weeks, Kavi diligently practiced mindfulness meditation with Fra Ananda. Each morning, they would sit together in silence beneath the Bodhi tree, and Kavi would observe the thoughts that arose in his mind. He began to realize that his negative thoughts were like passing clouds in the sky, temporary and ever-changing. As the days turned into weeks, Kavi became more adept at recognizing his negative thought patterns. He noticed how his mind often dwelled on past regrets and future worries, causing him unnecessary suffering. With each passing day, Kavi felt a growing sense of inner clarity and calm. 2. The power of compassion. With a foundation of awareness in place, Fra Ananda introduced Kavi to the practice of metta, or loving-kindness meditation. This practice involved cultivating feelings of love and compassion, not only for oneself, but also for all living beings. Kavi, Fra Ananda explained, negative thoughts often stem from a lack of self-love and compassion. When you learn to love and forgive yourself, you create a fertile ground for positive thoughts to grow. Every evening, Kavi would sit in meditation, repeating phrases of loving kindness. "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease." Gradually, he extended these wishes to others. "May my friends and family be happy. May my enemies find peace. May all beings be free from suffering." As Kavi practiced metta, he felt a profound shift in his heart. The heavy burden of self-judgment and resentment began to lift. He realized that negative thoughts were like poison, and love and compassion were the antidotes. Kavi's heart blossomed with warmth and empathy. 3. The art of letting go. As Kavi continued his journey with Fra Ananda, he encountered the concept of impermanence. The monk taught him that everything in life, joy, sorrow, pain and pleasure, was temporary and ever-changing. Kavi, Fra Ananda said, negative thoughts often arise from our attachment to things as they are or our resistance to things as they change. To break free from this addiction, you must learn the art of letting go. Kavi learned to meditate on impermanence, contemplating the fleeting nature of all things. He observed how the seasons changed, how the river flowed, and how the leaves fell from the trees. He realized that holding on to negative thoughts was like trying to hold onto a river. It was futile and caused suffering. With each passing day, Kavi's attachment to his negative thoughts loosened. He began to see that they too were impermanent, like passing storms in the vast sky of his mind. As he let go of these thoughts, he felt a newfound sense of freedom and inner peace. 4. The power of gratitude. One evening, as Kavi and Fra Ananda sat in meditation, a gentle rain began to fall. Kavi closed his eyes and listened to the soothing sound of the raindrops. In that moment, a profound insight struck him like a bolt of lightning. "Venerable monk," Kavi whispered, "I have been so focused on my negative thoughts that I have forgotten to appreciate the beauty and abundance that surrounds me." Fra Ananda nodded and smiled. "Kavi, gratitude is a powerful antidote to negative thinking. When you cultivate a grateful heart, you shift your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life." Kavi began a daily gratitude practice. Each morning, he would list the things he was grateful for, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. He expressed gratitude for the warmth of the sun, the laughter of children, and the simple nourishment of food. As he practiced gratitude, Kavi's perspective on life transformed. He realized that, despite the challenges he had faced, there was so much to be thankful for. The more he focused on gratitude, the less room there was in his heart for negative thoughts to take root. 5. The path of right speech and action. Fra Ananda emphasized the importance of aligning one's thoughts with one's words and actions. He explained that negative thoughts could give rise to negative speech and harmful actions, perpetuating a cycle of suffering not only for oneself but for others as well. Kavi, the monk, said, to break free from negative thoughts, you must walk the path of right speech and action. Speak words of kindness and truth, and engage in actions that bring benefit and joy to others. Kavi took this teaching to heart and made a conscious effort to speak and act with kindness and compassion. He refrained from gossip and criticism, choosing instead to offer words of encouragement and support. He volunteered in the village, helping those in need, and his actions reflected the transformation happening within him. As Kavi embraced the path of right speech and action, he noticed that his interactions with others became more harmonious and joyful. The positive energy he radiated had a ripple effect, inspiring those around him to also choose kindness and compassion. 6. The inner sanctuary. As months turned into years, Kavi's journey with Fra Ananda continued to deepen. He had become a beacon of positivity and wisdom in his village, known for his radiant smile and compassionate heart. Yet, Kavi knew that the final step in breaking free from his addiction to negative thoughts lay in the cultivation of inner peace. Fra Ananda guided Kavi in the practice of vipassana meditation, which involved observing the nature of his own mind with clarity and equanimity. Kavi learned to see that his thoughts, whether positive or negative, were like passing clouds in the sky of his consciousness. He discovered that his true essence was beyond thoughts, untouched by their fleeting nature. One day, as Kavi sat in deep meditation, he experienced a profound realization. He saw that the addiction to negative thoughts had been a creation of his own mind, a habitual pattern that he had clung to out of fear and familiarity. With this insight, Kavi felt a tremendous sense of liberation. 7. The end of the addiction. Kavi returned to Fra Ananda with tears of gratitude in his eyes. "Venerable monk," he said, "I have finally broken free from my addiction to negative thoughts. I see now that they were a self-imposed prison, and I have found the key to my own freedom." Fra Ananda smiled and placed a hand on Kavi's shoulder. "You have done well, my dear friend. You have embarked on a journey of self-discovery and transformation, and you have emerged as a beacon of light and inspiration to all who know you." As the years passed, Kavi continued to live a life guided by the wisdom of Buddhism. He remained vigilant in his practice of mindfulness, compassion, and gratitude. He shared his story and teachings with others, helping them break free from the shackles of negative thinking. The village where Kavi lived underwent a transformation of its own. People became more harmonious and compassionate, and the once troubled village flourished with a sense of community and inner peace. The teachings of Fra Ananda and Kavi spread far and wide, touching the hearts of people from all walks of life. Kavi's journey to break free from his addiction to negative thoughts was not just a personal triumph. It was a testament to the transformative power of mindfulness, compassion, and inner wisdom. His story became a beacon of hope for those who struggled with similar challenges, reminding them that change was possible and that they possessed the inner strength to overcome their inner demons. And so, the story of Kavi serves as a timeless reminder that the path to breaking free from negative thoughts is a journey that begins with awareness, is nurtured by compassion, and is sustained by gratitude and right action. It is a journey that leads to the inner sanctuary of peace and liberation, a journey that never truly ends but continues to unfold